the most watched anchor in America. Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir the #1 newscast in America. Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir America's most watched newscast.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 7, the search for a local woman in Burke County. We'll have the latest on the efforts to find her and bring her home safely. And raising awareness of a condition that can complicate pregnancies. We'll hear from medical experts on the symptoms and the treatment. As your News at 7 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 7.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with the search for a missing woman in Burke County. Crews continue looking for 31-year-old Star Moretti. News Channel 6's Dartavius Edmond has more.
The Burke County Sheriff's Office says Moretti disappeared after leaving her home on Terrell 4th Road Sunday. Since then, investigators have deployed drones, K9s, ground crews, UTVs. Today, a mounted search team was deployed to cover large areas of wooded terrain.
Got you some food, baby. Come out.
Searches have focused on several locations, including Terrell 4th Road, Dixon Hendrick Road, Quaker Road, Massey Doss Road, and Highway 80. As the search continues, Sheriff Alfonso Williams is asking people who live near here to review security cameras and report anything out of the ordinary.
We're asking neighbors, anybody in the area who lives in the area, who travels the area, to call with any unusual or suspicious activity. Check your Ring doorbell cameras, check your property cameras, your security footage. Call if you see anything that is remarkable in any way. Our commitment remains resolute.
While investigators continue following leads, Star Moretti's family is holding on to hope. Her mother says the last few days have been filled with uncertainty as they wait for any signs of where Star may be.
Come back home. We got you. Just come back home. We call her my little runaway bunny. She just needs to come back home. That's all. Or come to the nearest person, and then please, whoever you are, please call 911 so that the police can come and take her to a hospital.
The sheriff's office says that even the smallest detail could help move this case forward. A McDuffie County man has been indicted on child trafficking charges. Attorney General Chris Carr announcing 40-year-old Jimmy Mance will be tried on 2 counts of trafficking and 2 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. Mance is accused of trafficking a 17-year-old girl. The child was reported missing and found in December of last year. A man accused in the shooting death of a case forward. A McDuffie County man has been indicted on child trafficking charges. Attorney General Chris Carr announcing 40-year-old Jimmy Mance will be tried on 2 counts of trafficking and 2 counts of sexual exploitation of a child. Mance is accused of trafficking a 17-year-old girl. The child was reported missing and found in December of last year. A man accused in the shooting death of a Fort Gordon soldier pleads guilty. 27-year-old Natravian Landry, a former soldier in the U.S. Army National Guard, pleaded guilty to murder in the 2nd degree. He will serve a minimum of 10 years to life in prison. Landry was accused of killing Fort Gordon Army Sergeant Andre Stewart in December of 2024. It's time now for our first look at our weather with meteorologist Jenna Petracci. Jenna.
Well, Dee, it's a very hot day, and most of the CSRA is dry. So you can see south of I-20 not seeing much activity. But as we zoom in here, you can see that we do have one spotty shower that is in McDuffie County. That is currently bringing light rain to Deering and Harlem. This was a stronger storm earlier with heavy rain and lightning, but now it is definitely weakening. You can see around 1/4 of an inch of rain picked up here around Thompson on our Live Viper 6 and neighborhood network powered by Tempest. And as for those feels like temperatures, it's definitely starting to cool down in places like Columbia, McDuffie County, with the feels like temperature only in the upper 70s. But look at Aiken County where it's dry, still feeling like around 101 degrees to the south of New Ellington. And around the CSRA, those current temperatures are in the upper 80s to low 90s, 88 in Augusta, 86 in Aiken. Wrightsville, you're at 93. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up shortly, but back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We will see you in a few minutes. Well, tomorrow, our parent company, Nexstar, will celebrate its 30th anniversary. In honor of that, we are collecting donations for the Fisher House. Families of hospitalized veterans can find a home away from home at the Fisher House in Augusta, and that's why News Channel 6 is working to help that organization.
Founders Day is actually June 17th, 1996. That's the day Nexstar was founded. But every year, all Nexstar stations pick one day. This year, it's June 12th, where every Nexstar station gets together in their local community, goes out and picks an organization, a club, a nonprofit to give back to. So it's a really special thing because you know that there are Nexstar stations across the country that are all doing this amazing thing, and it's just important to be a part of something bigger.
You have until close of business today to drop items off here at Television Park, so you can donate through Amazon Wishlist as well. The QR code is on your screen. A special day for dozens of local charitable organizations, all made possible, and they're going to Augusta's fair. That's how you made it possible, and playing in the Augusta Charity Classic Golf Tournament. The Augusta Exchange Club holding its annual Donations Day. All told, the club gave away $200,000. 35 charities got checks. The money came from proceeds from the Augusta Exchange Club Fair and Augusta Charity Classic. The Hell House Foundation received the Sheriff Ronnie Strength Award and $20,000. It's a transitional recovery program for men struggling with substance abuse.
So to have any kind of funds from the community to put towards these men to help them get their feet underneath them, you know, to move towards sobriety and become productive members of society, it means the world to us.
We've had some bad years where we weren't able to, where we actually took up collections, but now the golf tournament and the fair do such a great job and help us return money to the community, which is what it's all about.
And thank you to all of the agencies that were honored for all you do for our community. Well, the summer travel season is in full swing, and that means the need for blood donors is greater than ever. WJBF and our Giving Your Best partners hosted a blood drive today to help stock up on life-saving blood. During the summer, people head out of town on vacation, and giving blood isn't really on their minds, causing blood supplies to dip. Today, more than 24 people stopped by Television Park to do their part. Everyone who donated blood received a drink card for a free medium drink from 7 Brew.
You know, some people get out there and pick up trash or do voter registration. I am not capable or able to do that, so it's all 3 lives back to the community. Helps out.
My brother, who passed away in 2016, he was an avid blood donor, and obviously he's no longer here to donate blood. I like to look at it as I'm taking his place and I'm giving where he can't.
If you missed out on today's blood drive but still want to give blood, we have more information on how to do that. Just go to WJBF.com. Pre-eclampsia or gestational hypertension happens in 1 out of 25 pregnancies. Many women aren't aware of the condition nor the risks that come along with it. Sarah Smith explains.
Arlene Gutierrez had a pretty perfect first pregnancy.
I didn't really have symptoms. Besides back pain, I didn't really have any weird cravings or anything like that.
Until she hit 31 weeks. Gutierrez says her body just didn't feel right. She had a variety of symptoms, from swelling to a piercing migraine, but couldn't put her finger on what was wrong.
I called my doctor's office. I let them know. They said, hey, come in, we want to take a look at you. Everything came back normal.
But just 2 weeks later, Gutierrez was back at St. Joseph's Candler preparing to give birth via C-section to her baby girl at 33 weeks.
Doctor's office, who had made it home at that point, was back in my room. And she was like, okay, so we're going to wheel you in right now. We're going to do a C-section right now. this is getting really dangerous. I don't like what this is looking like.
The reason? Gutierrez had developed severe preeclampsia.
Preeclampsia is a condition only of pregnancy. We typically diagnose it after 20 weeks of pregnancy when patients have elevated blood pressures as well as typically with protein in their urine.
If gone untreated, there could be severe complications for the mother and the baby.
Preeclampsia is caused by issues with formation with the placenta. And so the main way of management of preeclampsia, once we have reached certain thresholds, is delivery. After delivery, symptoms of preeclampsia tend to resolve on their own.
One of the things Dr. Loftus wanted to stress to women out there is it does not matter your age, race, or underlying conditions. Preeclampsia does not discriminate.
I don't have anybody in my family or any pre-existing blood pressure problems, so I just didn't think I didn't think it would happen to me.
While her daughter spent 9 days in the NICU, both mom and baby are happy and healthy 8 months later.
She listened to her body, and we had an open communication throughout every single encounter.
Seek the medical help as soon as you feel any kind of, hey, this isn't right. Like, follow your instincts, listen to your body.
In Old Town, Augusta planned water outage is underway. Augusta Utilities reports water services interrupted now until midnight along portions of Telfair and 3rd Street. The outage is to accommodate infrastructure improvements to the water distribution system. Well, coming up, a gubernatorial candidate for Georgia stopping in Statesboro before the runoff election. What his message is when we return.
Hot days ahead. Meteorologist Avery Gray and I will have more details when we return.
George St. Entry, you in Truckville, and Stokes Hodges Ford.
The live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. That storm that we were tracking earlier has now just turned into some very light rainfall. That's around the border of McDuffie and Richmond County. It's really not packing a punch anymore, so nothing to worry about tonight. The rest of the CSRA is looking good. So we had this minor disturbance nearby that was bringing us some isolated showers and storms today. There's actually still one stronger storm near Columbia, but I'm not expecting any more activity for us tonight. I'm keeping an eye on this cold front, though. That'll be headed our way as we get through the weekend, and that will increase our rain chances a little bit. But right now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Sky View Cam, we do have just a few clouds lingering, but we are starting to clear out. We're at 88 degrees, feeling around 10 degrees hotter than that, thanks to dew points in the mid-70s. So around the CSRA, our temperatures are still at 90 in several spots like Lincolnton, Saluda, down to Waynesboro, but cooler north of I-20 where we had that shower come through. For your forecast tomorrow, the hottest point of the day will be from around noon to 6 p.m. with the heat index between 100 to 105 and the actual air temperature getting to the mid to even upper 90s. So you can expect that heat index to stay just as high all the way through Sunday. So this is definitely the hottest week we've had so far in 2026, but it won't last forever. You can see those high temperatures dropping all the way down into the mid 80s on Tuesday and Wednesday. So some relief is coming, and that's partly due to the rain chances increasing up to 70%. That'll be from a stronger cold front that'll be moving through. But in the meantime, rain chances are pretty limited. So let's walk you through our futurecast tomorrow at 7 a.m. A dry start to your Friday, then very similar to today. Once we get to the peak heating of the afternoon, some isolated showers and storms will bubble up. By Saturday morning, we'll be dry, but we will see that cold front make its way into the CSRA, and that will stall out, bringing some evening showers and storms Saturday night. Back to dry conditions on Sunday, and then Sunday we will have a slightly higher chance of showers and storms during the evening hours. And then we're keeping an eye on this cold front that will once again bring that higher rain chance early next week. But those low temperatures tonight well above average in the mid-70s. Highs tomorrow getting to around 99 in some places. So close to record-breaking heat here. And then as we get to next week, we'll have that brief cool down Tuesday and Wednesday, but then we will go right back into the lower 90s as those rain chances go back down. So the heat miser is definitely back in business, and meteorologist Avery Gray is here now with more.
We have officially reached the hottest days of the year so far, and we are feeling like the closest thing to the sun. And while we did have a pair of 90-degree days back in April and May, our dew points were so low, or it feels like temperatures were actually below the actual high. And low humidity allows our bodies to cool off using sweat, but when there is higher humidity present, the water in the air blankets us and makes it harder for sweat to evaporate. The way dew points interact with the air and the way it feels to our body is considered the heat index, or as we call it, feels like temperatures. Heat index values become dangerous when feels like temperatures surpass 105 degrees, which is close to what we have seen today here across the CSRA. Now, you might be thinking, if heat index values are considered dangerous, why aren't we in a heat advisory right now? Well, for all heat alerts, heat indices must be widespread and met for 2 consecutive hours. And on a day like today, where pop-up showers are helping us briefly cool off even more, it's not going to be as likely that we see those heat advisories start to get issued. But whenever it does come time for heat alerts to get issued, here are the criteria that must be met across the CSRA. For our far western counties, feels like temperatures must reach 105 degrees or more and persist for 2 hours. To issue a heat advisory, heat watches and warnings will be issued when those feels like temperatures surpass 110. For the rest of the CSRA, heat advisories only begin to start at 108 degrees, and once feels like temperatures reach 113 degrees, heat watches and warnings will be issued. During a heat advisory, heat cramps and heat exhaustion are possible, which can lead to heat stroke. And once a person has a heat stroke, it is considered a medical emergency. That's why it is so important to take care of yourselves, especially those most vulnerable like children and the elderly, because heat is an invisible danger. As summer is only 10 days away, the Live Viper 6 weather team will keep you updated on all weather threats, even if they're invisible.
All right, the word is help.
Could you use it in a sentence?
People need help after they've been hurt on the road.
I know it. 999-9999.
Technically, that is correct.
If you've been hurt, call George Sink Injury Lawyers at all nines now.
Time with your family is sacred. I cherish the moments I spend with my wife and son every day. As a lawyer, I know how an injury can change all of that in an instant. It impacts your health, your work, your loved ones, your whole life. I'm Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. After your accident, I'm here to help you recover and get what you deserve for your injuries so you can get back to the moments that really matter. After an accident, call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
Discover the convenience of flying out of Augusta Regional Airport. Convenient parking, shorter security lines, plus why travel before you travel? Compare flights and travel expenses with our travel calculator at flyags.com. Fly there, fly home.
Good Morning Augusta, weekday mornings on News Channel 6.
Have an item going viral on social media, but is it real? We'll have the story after the break.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan.
Happened. Literally. Come on in and talk to Terry.
On Jefferson Davis Highway in North Augusta.
Or TerryLambertHyundai.com.
It's Chloe's last ride on 3 wheels before her first big kid bike. And it's Tiffany's first day as Director of Retail Operations. It's the last dance before Taylor heads off to college. And Tiara's first day of culinary training at Helms College. When you donate items to Goodwill, you help provide education, skills training, and career services for people seeking to realize their potential. And the things you loved get to start a new life too. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Attention viewers, CW6 is now available on YouTube TV. It's never been easier to watch all your favorite CW shows, sports, talk, reality, and so much more. CW6. Watch it today on YouTube TV.
There's a good chance you've seen this image or the video on your social media feed. It's a 200-foot-long inflatable lazy river from Coleman that's being sold at Costco. And the video shows a time-lapse of a woman setting up the pool and floating around in it, and says the pool is an absolute must for hot days. But it's not true. The entire thing is AI-generated clickbait. It's from an Instagram page called the Inspiring Designs Net that has lots of other fake stuff. So keep your eye out for these fake videos. Don't be fooled.
Yeah, I saw something very similar to this, an even bigger version of someone saying it's a lazy river you can buy at the store and put in your yard. I wish.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, seriously.
Especially if it asks for money, you know.
Oh, yes.
And don't fall for it.
Yeah, and I know it's tempting to fall for it when we have this heat, Dee. We're all trying to get out by the water to cool off. That's going to be the case this weekend as well. Highs staying in the mid-90s. Not a whole lot of rain, just a 30% chance on Saturday afternoon and evening, up to a 40% chance on Sunday.
All right, that's our time for now. Our next news is right here on News Channel 6, right after Game 5 of the Stanley Cup. Have a great but safe evening.
You've just had a car